All right, thanks, guys. Coming off another spectacular day on Tuesday. We went 3-1 in our premium plays on Patreon. We also went 16-10 in our YouTube leans yesterday. So if you didn't watch the whole video, you'll probably be surprised to hear about that. But yes, 16-10 in our free YouTube leans right here on YouTube, and 3-1 in our Patreon premium plays. Doing very good right now. Great bounce back from a couple of losses the other day. Hey, we had a great day yesterday on Tuesday in the comment section as well. There was a lot of quarreling and fighting, name calling, infighting, a lot of insults thrown out. I certainly wasn't exempt. Insults were thrown at me, and it's great. It's so funny because the best insults, I'll literally sit on the couch at night, and me and my wife will read them, and we will just die. We just roll. So anyway, keep those comments coming. And if you have a debate or a disagreement with somebody, don't hold back, man. Let them know in the comment section how you really feel. All right, let's go ahead and get into some Wednesday MLB action. It's hump day already, guys. The weekend is almost here. It's right around the corner. But we have ourselves a pretty good slate of baseball games today. A lot of early games, so let's go ahead and get into them. Beginning with the Braves taking on the Nationals, and that's going to be a 12:05 Eastern first pitch in the nation's capital. The Braves are minus 115, totals at 10. We did see a 10-cent fade of Atlanta in the early wagering. The Braves open $1.25 down to 115, totals at 10. 56% are leaning Atlanta, 61% shaded toward the under. Washington's plus 105 on the money line. The Braves are plus $1.35 on the run line. We have Soroka for the Braves, Sanchez for the Nats. Sanchez is 6-6 with a 1.30 ERA. Soroka on the other side for the Braves, 10-2 with a 2.44 ERA and a 1.13 WHIP. The Nats have dropped 4 out of their last 6. They're also winning just 16 out of 36 as the underdog. Atlanta on the other side, 6th in scoring on average per game, 9th in runs allowed on the road. They're also 9th in striking batters out on the road. The Braves are 1st in the NL East. They are nearly 20 games over 500 right now. They are 63-45 overall for the year, and they're also 33-22 when traveling. Now, total-wise, the Nationals are 14-6 to the under in their last 20. So I'm going to lean Atlanta Braves minus 115 in the under 10 runs in that game. Before we go ahead and move on, just want to take another quick timeout and remind you to check me out on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage. That's a website where we went 3-1 in our premium plays yesterday. Link for that site is in the description section below. There is free content there as well, including my current record. You do not want to miss that. Link is in the description section below, patreon.com/BrockPage. All right, next matchup, it is going to be Pirates-Reds. How about that rumble yesterday? Pretty symbolic of my YouTube channel. A lot of fighting in the YouTube channel, a lot of insults, personal jabs. And yeah, yesterday was personal in that bench clearing brawl. That was awesome. Gotta love it. I sent it to all my friends early this morning. But anyway, Pirates taking on the Reds, 12:35 Eastern first pitch at the Great American Ballpark. Cincinnati's minus 205, totals 9.5. We saw a nickel move toward the Reds in the early wagering. They open up minus 200, now minus 205. Total opening remains at 9.5. 54% leaning toward the Reds, 51% toward the under. Right now, Pittsburgh's plus 190 on the money line. Cincy minus $1.05 on the run line. We have Dario Agrazzo for the Pirates, Luis Castillo for the Reds. Castillo's 9-4 with a 2.71 ERA and a 1.15 WHIP. He also has 144 strikeouts in just 123 innings pitched. The Pirates have dropped 9 out of their last 10. They actually won that game last night, by the way. But anyway, the Pirates dropped 9 out of their last 10. They've also dropped 11 out of their last 13 when traveling. The Pirates are last in the NL Central. Really a shame because they were right in the hunt there about a month and a half ago. But anyway, Pirates last in the NL Central. They've dropped down to 13 games under 500 and just 47-60 overall for the year. They've also won just 24 out of 57 away from home. Now the Reds on the other side, 5th in runs allowed, 5th in hits allowed. They're also 4th in striking batters out. And when it comes to the total, the Reds are 33-21 to the under at home. I'm going to lean Cincinnati Reds -1.5 and the under 9.5 runs in that game. Next matchup, Diamondbacks, Yankees, 105, New York. The Yankees are -130, totals at 10. We saw a 20-cent fade of the Yankees at home. No movement on the total as of yet. The Yankees open $1.50 down to -130. Total open and remains at 10. 58% on the Yankees, 62% on the under. Right now, the D-backs are +120 on the money line. The Yankees +$1.40 on the run line. We have Zach Greinke for the D-backs, Masahiro Tanaka for the Yankees. Now, Tanaka comes into this game with a 7-6 record and 102 strikeouts in just 120 innings pitched. Now, the Yankees are first in the AL East, 67-39 overall for the year. That's going to put them at 28 games over 500. They're also 38-18 at Yankee Stadium this year. Now, the Yankees are second in scoring on average per game, second in runs allowed at home. They're also 15-5 in their last 20 at home. Now, the Diamondbacks on the other side, 19th in walks allowed on the road. They're also 22nd in striking batters out when traveling as well. Now, total-wise, the Yankees are 34-22 to the under in Yankee Stadium. I'm going to lean New York -130 in the under 10 runs in that game. Next matchup, Blue Jays, Royals, 1:15 Eastern first pitch at Kauffman Stadium. The Royals are -115, totals at 10. We saw a 20-cent fade of the Royals in the early wagering. KC opened $1.35 down to 115, totals at 10. 56% on the Royals, 57% on the over. Right now, the Blue Jays are -105 on the money line. Kansas City +165 on the run line. We have Jake Waguespack for the Blue Jays, Jake Junis for the Royals. Battle of the Jakes. Now, Junis comes into this game for Kansas City with 120 strikeouts in just 125 innings. Now, Waguespack on the other side, limited action this year. He's 1-1 with a 5.63 ERA and a 1.54 whip. Toronto's 4th in the AL East. They're just 42-67 overall for the year, 25 games under 500. They've also won just 22 out of 55 when traveling. The Blue Jays are dead last in hits on average per game. They're also 29th in walks allowed per game on average, which is second to last in Major League Baseball. The Blue Jays are 26-52 as the underdog. And once again, the fact that they were the underdog for 78 games is just absolutely remarkable. But anyway, winners in just 26 out of 78 when playing a game as an underdog. Now, total-wise, the Blue Jays are 24th in scoring. Kansas City 27th in scoring. So if all that's said and done, I'm going to lean Royals -115 and the under 10 runs in that game. And if you take notice, we took 4 straight favorites right now. Don't turn that dial. We do have some dogs for you. All right, next game. Dodgers, Rockies. And if you're into ASMR, here comes a little coffee break. Yeah, it's that kind of morning. Little tired, little groggy. I hate noises and sounds, like the sound of chewing, and I hate that. But ASMR video is very popular right now on YouTube. But anyway, next matchup, Dodgers, Rockies, 310 Colorado. The Dodgers are -130, totals at 12. We saw a 20-cent fade of the Dodgers and movement downward on the total. That's right, a 20-cent fade of the Dodgers. They open $1.50 down to 130. Total open 12.5 down to 12 flat. 68% are leaning Dodgers, 55% shaded toward the over. Right now, the Rockies are +120 on the money line. The Dodgers +110 on the run line. We have Hyun-Jin Ryu for the Dodgers, German Marquez for the Rockies. Marquez comes into this game with a 4.88 ERA and a 1.23 whip. Ryu on the other side, 11-2 on the year, 1.74 ERA, 0.96 whip. He also has 116 strikeouts and 129 innings. He can't be hit. These guys just can't hit him. I'm so excited, can't even talk. Ryu, outstanding this year. Now, something that has not been outstanding is this Colorado team. They're last in the NL West, 8 games under 500, 50 and 58 overall for the year. They're also 19 and 33 ATS at home. And of course, when I refer to the spread, ATS, covering the number, all that good stuff, I'm actually referring to the run line. So once again, Colorado covering in just 19 out of 52 at home this year. The Rockies are also 26th in striking out, last in hits allowed, 28th in runs allowed. The Dodgers on the other side, most wins in Major League Baseball. They're at 70 wins right now. 31 games over 500 as well. They are 70 and 39 overall for the year, and they are 14 and 3 in their last 17 contests with Colorado if you're into historical trends. Now, total-wise, the Rockies are 31 and 21 to the over at home. I'm going to lean Dodgers minus 130 and the over 12 runs in that game. Next matchup. Will this be the game where we pick an underdog? Only time will tell. Let's get into it. Detroit, Los Angeles, 407 Angels. LA's minus 185, totals at 10. We saw a 10-cent move toward LA in the early wagering. Angels open 175 up to 185, totals at 10. 73% are on the Angels, 61% are on the over. Right now the Tigers are plus 165 on the money line. Angels minus $110 on the run line. We have Daniel Norris for the Tigers, Jose Suarez for the Angels. Suarez is 2-1 with he's got 43 strikeouts in 37 innings pitched. Now Norris on the other side, a little bit of a different story. He's really struggled this year. Just 2-8 overall for the season. 4.89 ERA, 1.42 WHIP. Detroit has the fewest wins in Major League Baseball. They just have 31 of them. Unbelievable. And as a matter of fact, they are 41 games under 500. Just 31 and 72 overall for the year. They've also won just 18 out of 54 away from home. The Tigers have lost 9 out of their last 10 when traveling. Now, total-wise, the Tigers are 80% to the under in their last 5. The Angels, 7-1 to the under in their last 8 at home, taking on the Tigers. I'm going to lean LA Angels minus 185 and the under 10 runs in that game. Next matchup, Giants, Phillies, 705 Philadelphia. The Phillies are minus 130, totals at 10. We saw a nickel move toward Philadelphia and movement upward on the total. The Fightins open $1.25 up to minus 130. Total open 9.5 up to 10 flat. 51% are leaning Giants, 78% shaded toward the under. Right now, the Giants are plus 120 on the money line. The Phils plus $1.50 on the run line. We have Jeff Samardzija for the Giants, Vinny Velasquez for the Phils. Velasquez comes into this game with a good amount of strikeouts. He's got 79 Ks in just 66 innings pitched. Now, Jeff Samardzija on the other side, he's been pretty good in spots, but he's just 7-8 on the year. And the Giants have really struggled against the Phils in recent matchups. They're just 3-7 in their last 10 taking on Philadelphia, if you're into historical trends. They're also 0-7 in their last 7 games at Citizens Bank Park. Now, the Giants are 25th in scoring, 27th in hits, and 20th in striking batters out on the road. Now, the Phils on the other side, winners in 5 out of their last 7. They're also 32-23 at Citizens Bank Park this year, and they're actually tied with Chicago for that second wild card spot in the National League. Now, total-wise, Phillies 80% to the over in their last 5 at home. Sam Fran on the other side, 30-24 to the over when traveling. I'm going to lean Philadelphia Phillies minus 130 and the over 10 runs in that game. Next match.